Adventurers, have you ever been in a place that you were absolutely enjoying and then something ran you out of your campsite? Just curious, because this is totally what is happening to me right now. I have been at this place called the Antero Reservoir. Absolutely loving it. It is beautiful. I pulled in last night right before a storm and it looked kind of like this. But oh, what a few hours can do. I woke up this morning and it was beautiful, and I quickly set up my office, got myself together, and started just enjoying the space because it was so awesome. I started noticing some thunder in the distance again and thought, okay, cool, it's gonna rain. I'm all for it. Let's just enjoy this time of just being out here. And it wasn't so bad last night, although you have asked me what it sounds like in the van whenever it rains because I don't have insulation, and this is kind of what it sounded like. Again, no big deal, but out of nowhere, after that thunder started, suddenly I started getting all of these random swarms of bugs, like hundreds of them. And I would have filmed a little bit more of it, but I was trying to avoid getting attacked. And just to give you a reference, these are the ones that are still hanging on even after I moved the van. And you can see they're just flicking in the wind out there, but they are holding on. What on earth is this about? Now you can only imagine, I was completely enjoying myself, and then all of a sudden it was just like they were attacking. And it wasn't that they were biting, it was just that they were swarming. And oh my gosh, it started making my nose itch because they were hitting me in the face. It started getting on my clothes and I was just trying to shake them off. They were attaching themselves to the outside of the van in droves. It was a lot, and I have no idea what suddenly triggered them to come to where I am. So I'm inside the van. I just took a baby wipe and thoroughly wiped myself down because I just felt gross after. And I'm waiting to see if the rain makes them go away. If it doesn't, we're off to someplace else, just because I can't even get out without getting attacked right now. And it's a total bummer too, because look at this. This site itself is gorgeous. Now, again, I did move because I was over on that part right over there where there's camping, but I thought maybe coming to the other side of the water that I might have lost the bugs. And I did to some extent. Now we're talking, I was there set up working for like 3 or 4 hours before this happened. So it was just like all of a sudden, which is why it completely struck me off guard. So I really want to be putting on something other than my pajamas, which I was gladly wearing to edit in, but I don't want to get out of the van because I'm afraid of the bugs. What a weird day. So since we can't seem to shake these bugs, I think what we're gonna do is drive through the campsite so I can show you what this looks like. Now again, this place is pretty awesome. It is free, and up until the bugs attacked me, I was loving this place. It was such an amazing spot, and I think that the bugs are weather related because I was just talking to somebody kind of over at the fishing area, and they said the same thing happened to them. It was perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden a swarm happened. Now this is what you see when you first pull into camp. You'll notice this small building over here actually is for boaters, and they can stop there and make sure that they are good to go and compliant with the Colorado law. There is a kiosk right here telling you a little bit more information, and then also a picnic pavilion with a couple of parking spots. Now, as you go a little bit deeper into camp, you'll start to see there are sites on both the right and the left, and All of these sites are kind of different in size, so you can just kind of pick your adventure as you go. And I really liked this because you'll notice that there are some like back end sites, and then also over here by the water, that's where I was last night, and I could actually just pull in and then have access to a little pavilion, a picnic table, and a fire ring. So this is kind of the basic layout of the camp. And right here after this pop-up is where I was last night. I'm noticing that everybody who was out on the water is starting to come back in because of the storm that's coming in. But yeah, this little blank spot right here, that's where I was up until I got attacked by the bugs. Now it's starting to sprinkle a little bit, but you see to the left there, that's actually trash cans, so you can place your trash inside. And to the right, they do have vault toilets. I think that there's 4 of them total in the campground, so that's really nice. And I decided to go ahead and stop for a minute because it looked like the bugs had kind of ceased, but this is what the typical picnic tables and fire ring look like right here. So this is one of the pull-in sites, and as you can see, there's like 8 or 9 of them in this row, and then the same thing on this row. So tons of sites out here. So the real question is, now that the temps are coming down a little bit and I'm not getting attacked by the bugs, do I want to stay? Possibly. I might not go over by the water though, because the water seemed to be the problem for me. So maybe if I stay in one of these sites over here, I can sit out in the rain and just enjoy myself a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Definitely starting to sprinkle though. I do know that I won't be able to charge my battery using my solar panel right now though, so maybe we can just leave the van running for just a little bit longer. Look at this, the bugs, they got all in here whenever the door was open a while ago. And those are little splattered ones. They look alive, but they're not. Yeah, so I think I'm going to just like hang out for a little while and maybe do some editing in the front seat while the van's running. Yeah, I think so. I really do like this campground though. It's very nice, minus the bugs. So I am not deterred yet. It takes a lot to run me off from a good campsite. And while I was afraid for my life, I think I'm just gonna hang out in one of these. It is a Sunday whenever I'm here, so a lot of people will be pulling out today. So that will leave me more options. So I think what I'm gonna do is hang out and enjoy some of this water. Yeah. Good morning, adventurers. We stuck it out and now it's coffee time. And while that's brewing, I'm gonna go ahead and finish straightening up for the day, find some clothes that I'm gonna wear for my next adventure, and just really appreciate these views for one last little moment. Now yesterday, I nearly got ran out of here by the bugs. It was bad, but I was able to, because I have cell service, look up what kind of bugs they are, realize they're not bad, and then also to realize that they were probably just reacting because of the rain itself that was coming in. So, I mean, I get it. I had a very restful day yesterday. I was able to do some editing. I crawled into the back early and went to sleep and just really enjoyed the gentle pitter-patter. It lasted kind of on and off throughout the night. But now it's time for us to get on to our next adventure. Now, I did show you what the campground looks like. However, you'll notice it's filled in a little bit more since we were looking last. A few more people came in last night to enjoy. And yeah, I've kind of enjoyed this center section right here that I've been in. So with that said, let's tidy up the van and get ready for another adventure. Last night was the first night on this entire trip that I've had condensation. And I think it's because I forgot to crack my windows. I was kind of fearful of the bugs, and so I didn't think about that for a little bit. And then I decided to go ahead and go to bed. And well, this was the result. Yep. Now, since I've installed the wind deflectors, I always usually crack my window just a little tiny bit. That's all it takes, is just a little tiny bit, and that stops the condensation from happening. But again, last night I kind of forgot. It is what it is. And so this will go away in like no time. My carbon monoxide detector did not feel that I was threatening my own life by not having enough ventilation last night, so it didn't go off. So we're still all good. Okay, we're gonna put away the fan. This is like the best fan ever. I use it every night and it can be directionalized. I've had this forever. It looks like I need to clean it a little bit because we've been out in the dust, but you know, all in all, this is what I point toward me every night. It looks like I need to charge my little battery pack that I use for my fairy lights, so I'll probably do that while I'm driving today. Check. Okay, let's take this down so we can get into the fridge and then get this out. Okay, now we'll put our coffee up front in the cup holder, and I need to move my laundry bag to the back in just a minute. Okay, let's sweep. Time to take out the trash. And look at this, see, nice big dumpsters here at the campground. Okay, adventurers, we are gonna call it a day here at Antero. It has been a wonderful home, minus the bug issue, and we have really enjoyed it. Best of all, this was an absolutely free campground, so we will definitely be back. I actually spoke to one of my friends over at the Dirt, and she said that the waters here are surprisingly warm for a Colorado lake, and she actually came out here not that long ago and enjoyed them. So maybe when we come back, we will bring a watercraft of some kind, be it a kayak, a paddleboard, or who knows, maybe we'll even just rent a boat. But this is a perfect place to escape the summer heat and get out and enjoy a waterfront property absolutely free in Colorado. Till next time, guys, bye!